What do you guys want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? What do you guys want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? What do we want to talk about? What do we want to talk about? What do you guys want to talk about?
Well. Finn Bálor decided not to listen to CM Punk's advice. Hey guys, welcome to the Wrestling Maniac Wall Review. Welcome to my channel. Help me get to 900 subs and help me get to 1,000 subs so I can be monetized for you guys. And help me get there, guys. I appreciate it. So Raw, the Go Home Show Raw for the Royal Rumble in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Show I was supposed to go, but I was not able to because the snowstorm. I live in Toronto, but I don't live close enough to where the transit system was all over the place. I wasn't able to go, but whatever. I wanted to go next time. I wanted to go for the main event. Obviously, now knowing what the main event was. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the CM Punk, AJ Styles, and Finn Bálor all in one segment. We're not gonna go from segment to segment, right? We're gonna do all what connects in one segment. So we got AJ Styles to kick off the show. Could be his very last Raw ever as an active wrestler, as a career as a wrestling career as an active wrestler. Right? He's gonna make sure to defeat Gunther, and he says, "No, I don't want this to be my last match. I want this to be something similar to John Cena, like the year of AJ Styles. He wants to retire, but have like a year one retirement tour like John Cena has." CM Punk music hits. CM Punk questions his AJ Styles' decision to do this, decision to put his career on the line, and right. And then CM Punk is like, because I guess I'm being selfish because I wanted to face you. I wanted to face you. If you retire, I may not be able to face you. And Styles is like, I still got one more show left. How about if we play along? How about we do something? And CM Punk's an idea. AJ Styles versus CM Punk tonight, and CM Punk is even better, basically better for the championship. So AJ Styles and CM Punk, they know each other for a long time. For the first time, WWE will face each other on Raw for the title, and there's the chance AJ Styles could go to Royal Rumble with the title, right? Right. So fast forward, Finn Bálor, the Prince. Well, okay, Finn Bálor. Okay. Finn Bálor goes up to CM Punk and thanks him for giving a moment like that in Ireland, not for the title. Thanks him, and CM Punk is gracious, and he believes Finn Bálor could be champion. He says, "You know what? I'll be glad to do it again. This is what you do. You need to cut bait with Judgment Day. You need to dish the Judgment Day. Win the Rumble, and then me and you, WrestleMania." Finn Bálor's like, a little bit later on, Finn Bálor found out the Royal Rumble was full. By Adam Pearce, he's not going to be in the Rumble. All right. So then Liv Morgan confronts Finn Bálor about the conversation he had with CM Punk, believing that CM Punk is getting in his head, and Finn is like, "Liv, it's not as clear as you think, whatever, right?" But what obviously getting pissed off about not being in the Rumble, the main event, it affected the main event. Now AJ Styles versus CM, I was beginning to think for a little bit. There was a small percentage of me beginning to think that AJ Styles was going to win and face Gunther for the title, and Gunther was going to win, and AJ Styles was going to lose it. But no. But this main event was good. Like this, it's so good. It was good. AJ Styles. I know he says he doesn't want to retire when he's older, when he can't do as much. He wants to retire in his prime. It's kind of like the opposite of athletes. Some athletes don't retire in their prime. Most athletes retire when they're past their peak, past their prime. He wants to do it in his prime. Okay, so that's what Styles wants to do, clearly. Right? Okay. This match was good. It was good. It was good. So don't know. Technically, CM Punk won by DQ when Finn Balor got involved, and Finn Balor started attacking Gunn. A drop kick to Punk in the barricade. Hits Punk with his finishing move. I'm gonna butcher it because I'm excited. With 3, not once, but not twice, 3 times. Second time to the back, and he stood tall over the fallen CM Punk. Good way to end Raw. Now he's not going to be in the Rumble. What does he do? Is he going to take out somebody? Is somebody going to be knocked out and take a spot and he's going to take somebody's spot in the Rumble? All right. So that's the main event. Part of some of the segments within the show in the beginning of the show. Now we go to the first match. Was good match, a really good match. Team Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Stephanie Von Kier, who's cleared to wrestle, the face with Cowboy Rodriguez, Judgment Day, but Cowboy Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan. Good match. Now, my issue with this match, it was a good match. My issue with this match, I guess the reason why, thinking back on it, I understand why. Stephanie Von Kier was taking a lot of punishment, more punishment than Rhea and Io. And I was thinking, she's the world champion. She shouldn't be taking as much punishment. But now thinking about it, I understand because maybe he's cleared enough to wrestle, but maybe she's not fully healed. Now there's a report that she may have aggravated injury or something like that. According to, but it seems like everything's okay because Raquel Rodriguez, angry, pissed off, backstage. Bailey was backstage. She's on the phone. Hey, I'm on the phone, you idiot! And Raquel Rodriguez is looking for Stephanie Von Kier. Stephanie Von Kier and Raquel Rodriguez get into a brawl. Later that night, Raquel Rodriguez cuts off Brian Saxton and just very pissed, very frustrated. She wants the title for Stephanie Von Kier. Stephanie Von Kier hears what Raquel says. Stephanie Von Kier goes up to Adam Pearce, basically giving a match. And so next week we're gonna have Stephanie Von Kier versus Raquel Rodriguez. Okay. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Well, there was so some notes. They had a Roman Reigns video package that he's returning at the Royal Rumble. Obafemi, a little bit later on, they had a package that he's going to be debuting at the Royal Rumble, like an official main roster debut, right? Like official on the main roster at the Royal Rumble. They had Jey Uso come out to watch the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match between American Made, New Day, Tozawa, and Otis, and I forget the other team. Was it 4-Way or 3-Way? I forget the other team. And it was a weird, funny match. It was a fun match. It was actually a very fun match. I did like the match. I mean, Tozawa and Otis and Tozawa got the win. So, yeah, Otis and Tozawa got the win. They're going to face Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. So, Jimmy Uso's been away for personal reasons. I'm not going to speculate on why. I'm sure these dirt sheets are going to label later on. And I'm sure they're going to release whatever the personal reasons are. I hope it's not like I don't know what it is. I'm not going to speculate on it, right? Also, they did a video package of Natalya explaining why she turned on Maxine Dupree. Okay. See, and so we're gonna get I guess we're gonna get Natty and Maxine Dupree. She's I'm like okay. Natty's considered herself a legend. She's like, I can't. I don't know. With Natty and Maxine Dupree. Okay. Now we got to this segment, very important segment of the show. The Vision come out. Braun Breaker comes out, right? Because he's gonna have this meeting with Adam Pearce, right? So the Vision come out. Paul Heyman gets in the mic, and pops every member of the Vision. Calls out Adam Pearce to come out, right? Adam Pearce comes out and says, yeah, Braun Breaker suspension's uplifted. Braun Breaker is not suspended anymore because Paul Heyman, before Pearce came out, showed them the 2 instances where Pearce got involved. The first instances were Braun put his hands on Pearce. Pearce did put his hands on Braun first, on Breaker first. The second instance is that the match last week with the Vision lost where punched Austin Theory with the brass knuckles. Well, while Pierce was having the brass knuckles hands, yelling to Heyman, he put his hand with the brass knuckles on the apron and he left it there. And that's when Ray grabbed it. So Pierce is in the wrong here. Who was on the call to make the decisions? I don't know. So what he did was, he uplifted the Braun's suspension. Right? Braun's not suspension anymore. Then he said all 4 members of the Vision are going to be in the Rumble. And then he said, Austin Theory, you're going to look for some redemption, some retribution. So it's going to be Austin Theory versus Rey Mysterio again. Rey Mysterio accompanied by Penta and Dragon Lee. Match was fine. Okay, match was fine. Apparently, Rey Mysterio got hurt in this match. Hurt again in this match. Because he didn't take the beat down from the Vision. The Vision did not beat down Rey because he was hurt. I think Penta took like 2 or 3 spears and 1 super spear. Somebody took a tsunami. Logan Paul did the punch. And yeah, they beat down basically Penta, Dragon Lee because Mysterio would have got a beat down if he wasn't hurt. He got hurt. That's for sure. Okay. What else was there? Becky Lynch interviewed Jackie Redme as a Leaf fan. I mean, I knew she was going to say something about the Leafs, about how the Leafs are not winners. She's right, and the Leafs are having a terrible season. We haven't won the Stanley Cup since 1967. So, as a heel, she's all right to do that. So, Becky Lynch did that. Okay. Right? And then Asuka and Kairi come up, and Kairi says, "You're not ready for Asuka." And Becky is like, "I beat Asuka multiple times." And she blames Asuka and Kairi for the loss of Survivor Series, even though Becky is the one that took the loss. And they're all going to be in the Rumble. All 3 of them are going to be in the Rumble. Also, the Vision were backstage, and Logan Paul started to talk about how the Vision is going to win the Rumble, because all 4 of them, and only 1 member can win the Rumble, right? Only 1 member can win the Rumble. So Logan Paul was describing how they could make sure one of them win the Rumble, and he's like, and who should win the Rumble? And obviously, you would think he was going to say himself, because Logan Paul is like that. He's that kind of person, right? But he says Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker should win the Rumble. So we should do what it takes to make Braun Breaker win the Rumble. I'm telling you, one down the line, I wouldn't be surprised if Braun Breaker and Logan Paul. Because I think Logan Paul's ego is gonna. Logan Paul's ego is gonna cause problems in the Division down the line. Okay. Also there. So the W2K26 Triple H King of Kings edition. What else is there to talk about? That's basically it. Yeah. Where's other stuff? Like, share, subscribe, comment below, guys. Thanks, guys.
Too sweet. Sweet. 2.